All right, welcome to The Explainer. You know the catchphrase, you can't see me. But let's be real, you've seen this guy everywhere. Today, we are unpacking the absolutely wild story of John Cena and how he went from the wrestling ring to, well, a global phenomenon.
I mean, seriously, you know the memes. You've got the classic "you can't see me" hand wave, and of course the legendary Bing chilling moment. He's just become a part of internet culture. The real question is, how on earth did that happen?
And it's not just online. You've definitely seen him on the big screen, right? Popping up in huge blockbusters like F9, being hilarious in The Suicide Squad, and of course, starring in his own hit show, Peacemaker. He's proven time and time again that he is so much more than just a wrestler. So that's the big question we're tackling today. How did this professional wrestler become a global cultural icon? I mean, really, think about it. It's a pretty surprising journey. Let's break down exactly how he pulled it off.
Okay, so part one, the icon you know. Before we dive deep, let's start with the version of John Cena that pretty much everyone recognizes today.
But to really get the full picture, we have to go back to his origins. And trust me, this is a surprising one. Let's talk about the Doctor of Thuganomics.
So, check this out. His rise was incredibly fast. He debuts on the main WWE roster in 2002, and by 2004, he's already a champion. That's a meteoric rise for sure. But the character that launched him into the stratosphere? Yeah, it was a far cry from the hero he would eventually become.
He was called the Doctor of Thuganomics. And what was that? Basically a brash, trash-talking rapper who would come out and perform these freestyle raps just to tear down his opponents. His whole thing was word life. This was a super edgy, kind of villainous persona, and it was the complete opposite of his later image. But you know what? It absolutely worked. It got everyone talking.
All right, next up, a polarizing champion. Because as he started to shed that rapper gimmick and transform into WWE's top good guy, this really fascinating conflict started to emerge. He became the hero everyone loved, and also the hero everyone loved to hate.
And this right here, this really shows you the central tension of his career. On one hand, you've got the hero, the company's franchise player with the never give up slogan. This is the guy WWE was pushing as the ultimate good guy. But on the other side, a huge part of the audience just wasn't buying it. They saw him as being overpushed and totally dominant, which led to this hostile reception. The crowds were famously loudly divided.
And it wasn't just a feeling. Critics and a lot of fans pointed to this exact thing. As this quote from Will Pruitt says, "These feuds didn't really help other wrestlers. Cena was booked so strongly that anyone who faced him was definitively below him. The argument was that his constant presence at the very top was actually stifling other talent."
And look, his on-screen dominance was backed up by the numbers. 14 record-setting reigns as WWE champion. That's insane. It makes him one of the most decorated champions in the history of the company. But that's the thing. That very dominance is what fueled this whole polarizing dynamic.
But here's where the story takes a turn. Hollywood and heart transcending the ring. As he started wrestling less and became more of a part-time performer, his public image began to change, like dramatically. That conflict that defined his peak, it started to resolve itself.
And man, did he find success in Hollywood. Just look at some of these roles. Trainwreck, Blockers, Bumblebee, F9, The Suicide Squad, and Peacemaker. He totally crushed it in both comedy and action, and people were genuinely impressed with his acting range. He was winning over a whole new crowd.
But this number right here might just be his most powerful legacy. Over 650 wishes granted for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's the most of anyone ever in the organization's history. His incredible commitment to philanthropy completely reshaped how people saw him. It was undeniable.
So that brings us to the final chapter, an all-time legacy. After a career spanning more than 2 decades, how is John Cena actually going to be remembered when all is said and done?
I mean, if you just look at his career on paper, the accomplishments are staggering. A 17-time world champion, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, a WWE Grand Slam champion, and of course, the Make-A-Wish record holder. These achievements put him in the absolute highest tier of sports entertainers. Period. He eventually wrapped up his in-ring journey with a retirement tour, which ended on December 13th, 2025, in a final match against the rising star Gunther.
And in doing so, he cemented his status as a respected veteran of the industry, passing the torch to the next generation.
So after this career of constant reinvention, what is John Cena's ultimate legacy? Is it the polarizing champion, the movie star, the philanthropist? Maybe the real answer is that you can't see him as just one of those things. It's the combination of all of them that truly makes him an icon.